Let me talk to you. Yeah.
We'll be counting down the top 5 Marvel Legends Captain America from Hasbro. Let's go. At number 5, we have, of course, the Civil Warrior. This figure, this version of Captain America, if you will, is, of course, based off a Marvel Future video game. The detail, the sculpt, and the figure, I really do like. I like the blues, the silvers. It's definitely just Captain America in a Iron Man armor, which I really like. I especially like the shield where it has like unibeam inside of it. I think that's a really cool detail. It is a complete reused figure we've seen before, but it is still a great figure. Nonetheless, that's why he's at number 5. At number 4, we have the Captain America Steve Rogers from the Captain America 2-pack with Sam Wilson. This is a redeco extra paint job upgrade of Worthy Cap. It's the same exact figure we've gotten before. Just the only difference is, like I said, he does have a little bit more paint added to him. He does got a much better painted head sculpt compared to Worthy Cap. If I can get camera focus. The eyes, the hair, everything, it's just painted a lot nicer. Because when Worthy Cap came out, it was a good likeness at the time, but he just looked sick. It didn't look exactly like Chris Evans. This is a step up from that. But the one glaring issue many people have with this figure that I have seen is the suit is a bit too bright. It's a bit too bright blue. It's not accurate to the film. That's why if you get Worthy Cap, you can put this head sculpt on that body and it would look fine. It would. But what you're missing is you're missing a lot of paint and detail that goes with the costume. Now, I don't get why they made it bright blue. I could say, well, probably did it because they want to make it more like a comic accurate suit by making it a little bit brighter for whatever reason. But it's still a great figure, and that's why it's at number 4. At number 3 is the Infinity Saga Winter Soldier Captain America. Like the Endgame Cap at number 4, this is a reuse, full, complete body. Just the same thing, with more paint and detail added to it, along with a brand new sculpted Chris Evans head, which this one compared to past releases, this looks far more like Chris Evans than, this is what I would say is probably the best head sculpt they have done in terms of likeness to Chris Evans himself. So you get this very nice Captain America Steve Rogers looking head sculpt, and yes, it again is a reuse from the torso down to the feet. You do also still get the stealth shield, and the helmeted head is just the Civil War head, basically, for the 10-year anniversary pack with Captain America and Crossbones. But this, in my opinion, is still, if not for me, a guilty pleasure figure, because this is a Captain America that I really do enjoy. It's mainly for nostalgia purposes, but I really do like this Captain America figure. It is a little bit higher than Endgame, and again, because of the new Chris Evans head, and because of the new paint job and everything, it's at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is the Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America. Now you're probably asking me, well, why? Why are you making this number 2? Isn't this not the best Captain America Hasbro has done? Well, in a way, yes it is. But the issue is, again, like the rest of the 3 figures we've seen beforehand in this countdown, it's a reused buck. It is from the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends Captain America. That was a design by Alex Ross's work. This one is the same body. All you're getting really is a bunch of hands alternate heads, you get a countdown piece, then you get a paper backdrop. And the box, the packaging, I do like it because it does reminisce of Toy Biz days, which is very nice to see. But the one glaring issue again is that it is a reused body, just like the other three figures. Now, the other problem which many people I see them go to this issue is the shield. People do not like the shield because it's got peg holes in it, and the only way to cover those up is to put the three effects you get. I of course have the bullet effects in there, but there is lightning, there's also a slash effect as well. These are a great accessory. They add more dynamic to the shield. But again, the problem is the peg holes. What Hasbro should have done when they released this figure was put little plastic pieces that we could peg into those holes to seal them off, so even though you'd see a little groove, a line in there, at least from a distance you wouldn't be able to tell, and it would seal off those peg holes. Then all you have to do is push in from the back of the shield to pop them out if you want to put the effects in. Very simple, but they didn't want to put the time and work into it. But why is this guy? Why is this Captain America at number 2? Well, it's not because of the reuse. It's not because of the shield. It is the best Captain America Hasbro has done, no doubt about it. But it's just that I feel that number 1 is a much better step up than what this figure is. And that's why he's at number 2. And finally, at the number 1 spot, when you see an improvement, you have to acknowledge it. Number 1 is the Marvel Legends Ultimate Captain America. Now, you're probably going to ask me down in the comments section, why did I rank this number 1 over the 20th, when the 20th, again, is the best Captain America figure? Well, for one, this is a new sculpt. This is a new sculpted figure. And also, it's got the new torso articulation as well. But that's not the reason. The reason why this figure is number 1 is because you just look at the way this figure is sculpted, the detail, the paint job, everything. You're really getting a very well done, excellent Captain America figure from Hasbro, no doubt about it. Plus, it's pinless. That's not the only reason why it's number 1. But it is one of the factors. If the 20th anniversary Captain America was pinless, I would be saying it, yeah, it's great. But because his pins, it's a little bit lower. This right here feels more like an import figure. Feels like a higher quality figure, in my opinion. And with it being new sculpt, it just looks more vibrant on your shelf, of course. Now, I don't have much of a big attachment to the Ultimate Universe, but I can acknowledge when Hasbro really does a major step up from their last Captain America release to this one. We look at all the Captain Americas we have had beforehand. This is a step up from that. Not just due to being pinless, but due to the way the sculpt, the paint, the head sculpts, everything we get with this guy is a total package, just like the 20th. And yes, the shield is the same with the hook and the peg, but what do you expect? It's Hasbro. They love to do a lot of reuse. But this is probably, as in the title is, the ultimate Captain America, and that's why he is at number 1. We finally have arrived at the end of our ranking. What do y'all think? Do you agree with my list? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys have your own list, I'd love to hear it. Be sure to always like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Go check out anything else you may see on my channel that might pique your interest or just a time waster. Go ahead and check them out. And as I always like to say, take care.